Greetings. Welcome to TFT Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is me, Oberon, with my weekly show, Goth Tarot, that explores the shadow issues, the Gothic issues, the emo kind of issues of our lives. Lately, the reading has been a little larger than life. I think there's so much going on in the national or even global zeitgeist that we're all feeling something that's going on. So let's just get started. It is a multi-layered collective reading. It's not divided up by astrology signs, so it's basically just for everyone. If you're watching it, you were probably meant to watch it. All right, I'm going to start off with what I call a reading, the initial reading, and it's from the Order of the Hecatean Path. And of course, this is my working area here, and you see all the decks assembled. We'll introduce them one by one as we go on. And this will set the stage, or give us the tone that maybe will shape the rest of the reading. And I'm drawing it randomly. And it's number 35. Voce Magica. Raising power. So I'll put that there. And as I said, number 35. Voces Magicae. Raising power. So it's a bit of Latin. I may not be able to pronounce it correctly, but I'm going to try. Asce kata asce eran orion oir mega samnir baui phobentia semne. These Ephesian letters were used in the Greek magical papyrus in relation to two charms invoking Hecate. These ancient, barbarous words invoke a sense of mystery and empowerment. They raise energy and shift the mind into a suitable place for action and affecting change. They represent a need to focus energies on a specific outcome. It is time to step things up. Wow! We are now currently living in the age of resistance. I'm sorry if politically maybe this is not meant for you. Perhaps you should leave now. But we're going to move on, and I want that to be informing in the reading. It is time to raise up our energy and to put it to good use. All right, so for the next part of the reading, I'm now doing what I call the dark design. And this is our environmental factors. And by the way, I should mention, I brought back the concept of triggers in my readings, that when certain cards or types of cards fall, it may trigger an additional clarifying card, as somebody put it. So in general, if any Tower card falls throughout any of these pulls, I will pull a card from the Murder of Crows, the one that's sitting at the northern point of the screen, perhaps right there by the phasing moon. And this represents, to that context, something we have to make sure we learn, or something that tells us what it is we need to learn. All right, so from the Gothic Tarot, I will be pulling pulling 3 cards to describe the overall environment at this time. The Tower. So you know what that means, what I said. It's upright. The Knave or Page of Swords. Upright. And the 7 of Wands, which is upright. So I have pre-shuffled the Murder of Crows, and I did pull a Tower, the first card. I'm going to do that after I interpret these cards. So this was the dark design. These are the factors that are around us now. And of course, the Tower says it's a Tower moment. And it's very important to understand what's happening, what crumbling notions will force change that may be painful, but will hopefully provide growth. The Page of Swords says we have to, that what's around us is a delicate dance, that how we proceed does need to have a certain amount of endeavor to it. But make no mistake, we really need to kick it into gear, as Voces Magick said. We really need to raise our power and present our power. So what is that Tower pull? And it is once again the Page of Swords. I could possibly look at it as reversed, but I didn't determine which side would be that. So I'm going to make a judgment call and suggest that it's upright, and that in terms of a factor, we really need to learn or understand a lesson. The Page of Swords upright again tells us to keep our wits, to not necessarily regress to our worst instincts, to try to maintain diplomacy and tact in our dealings here. So I am going to scoot you under there. Now, it also said that if any were reversed, none were reversed. So that didn't trigger anything else. There was another trigger there, by the way. All right, so the next pull is from the Dark Drama, and I'm using the Deviant Moon to describe, I'm going to pull 3 cards to describe the externals around you, mostly people. And if any of these are a court card, then I will draw from the Secrets Tarot, which is conveniently placed next to it. And these describe someone that is possibly keeping something from you, some sort of secret. So once again, it's the Dark Drama. It's factors describing the externals around us at this time. And I did pre-shuffle all my decks, but I give them another little toss again, just to make sure that the show's energies, that the energies are still significantly there. All right, what are the Dark Drama forces? And it's the upright 3 of Wands, the upright Nine of Pentacles, and the reversed Ace of Wands. So no towers, no court cards, but the dark drama says the external forces that you may not necessarily have control of indicate opportunities, the Three of Wands, opportunities that you need to watch for, that maybe you can advance your way in the world, whatever it is you want to be doing there. The Nine of Pentacles suggests, though, there's a need for, it almost looks like what is happening to some degree in the world. Maybe it's happening at our level too, to be safe and secure and possibly moving towards a more lonerish kind of point of view. Then there's the Ace of Pentacles that's maybe suggesting that we can't control our material matters either, that some of these forces financially may be limiting to us or may cause less returns or cause delays. And so even though there are these factors that involve catching opportunities, it may be really about securing ourselves, the Nine of Pentacles. I think I just want to put it that way. So then, what is the dark truth? That idea of a reality or situations around us that we can't necessarily avoid. We have to accept them as truth. They may be things we can still affect. I'm going to use the Night Sun Tarot for that, and again draw 3 cards. The dark truth. If any are major arcana, I will draw one from the Ghost Tarot, which kind of indicates where spiritual forces may be involved. But if any are reversed, then again from the Black Tarot, a factor that can't be controlled one way or the other. And if any are court cards, once again from the Secrets Tarot, somebody who knows something and maybe hasn't been able to or doesn't choose to reveal it to you at this time. Sorry about that. All right. Where will I put these? Okay, so it is a reversed. I know what I meant to do. I meant to put that one there. Not that that will help me with my problem here. And it doesn't exactly stand right. Maybe I need to do that instead. There we go. I meant to put my 3 cards somewhere. Where can I put those? Let's see. Let's put this one here too, I think. Our opener. And going down the line in the middle, the dark truth. It's the reversed King of Pentacles. It's also Judgment, so that's a major arcana. And it's also the Eight of Cups reversed, but one of the cards is already reversed. So, no tower to pull, but a major arcana. It means pick a card from the Ghost Tarot representing spiritual forces that might help. So that was the first one. The King of Pentacles reversed says the dark truth, the secrets or the thing you have to accept, means maybe you can't really manage this, especially when it calls for really having strong force, which is really the King of Pentacles in a way. All right, I'm just drawing the top card because we did draw that that king, so, or that major arcana, the second one, Judgment. That's the King of Cups. So there may be some sort of spiritual force that's very beneficent that can help you. You may need to seek this, to ask for its help, to pray, to work magics or things. But Judgment really says there is something compellingly epiphanous that has to be understood. And the reversed Eight of Cups says you're not going to move anywhere until you understand that. And maybe that means you need to talk to that spiritual force or to have some input there. It's a wow. Okay, it's a wow. And of course, we also have to draw an additional card from the Black Tarot because at least one is reversed, and this represents a factor that we cannot control. And it's the reversed Ace of Swords. Maybe that we can't really control certain forces that are physical, that in other words, we don't have an army under a certain control, that there may be people who will do what they want, who will not necessarily follow order. So it ends up being a mob thing. We can't control a mob in a way. It's a reality that we have. All right, so then the final extra pull is, because it's a court card, that king there, we are going to pull one from the Secrets Tarot. Now, where did I put that? That was over here. And of course, this represents, between the court card and this card, someone who could be keeping a secret about this dark truth. And maybe this is more in the abstract. I said before that King of Pentacles talks about feeling out of control, feeling, the reality is we can't control that. And that may be just a lot of people feel that way, and as the Secret Tarot indicates, have extreme anxiety or despair about that, which basically keeps them in check, that fear thing. That had a lot of triggers in it. All right, but not the additional Tower card. So finally, we are following up with the Dark Gift from the Crow's Magic Tarot. The Dark Gift is that ability or essential power, essence, instinct that can help us, even if it's not exactly the help we thought or need. There's something there. We hope. And I don't know how I feel about it, but it's the reversed Ace of Cups. And so maybe the idea of realizing that there's going to be a lot of delays and there's not really an easy path forward in this new choice we're trying to move towards or beginning here, that maybe is based on a more gentle or loving kind of way of being. I'm going into the more worldly meaning here, the collective, but for ourselves individually, it could certainly mean that if our way has been especially thorny, we have to realize we have to be in for the long haul. So there were two aces there. That's three aces, really. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. We did not have the Ace of Wands. Okay. I'm closing with an oracle and reading affirmation from the Dark Light Oracle. So I want everybody to relax. I will shuffle these cards and get us out of here. This is all to consider with all the stuff going on in the reading. This is really a very challenging time, but most of the readings of the last several weeks or longer have indicated that. And I'm just going to pull it randomly. Full moon. Number 30. Dark lighted magic in the air. And we were looking at that with in a way, that magical first card from the Hecatean Path. Which was number 35 of that oracle. I'm going to put this up there. Dark lighted magic in the air. We are gathered here to celebrate the beauty of the night, the glory of the moon, the power of feminine intuition. You are invited to join the rite if your life seems to lack a little magic. It's time for you to reconnect with your untamed side. Deep down inside, you have the soul of a witch, or maybe the soul of a vampire whose real thirst is for beauty and magic. You have to put aside reason and logic for a while and let your intuition guide you. But most of all, celebrate what you truly believe and incorporate more of it into your current life. I devote myself to the beauty of life. I reconnect to my most powerful self. I let my intuitive inner witch show me the way. So there's a lot going on there, but I think this is saying that sometimes if we are involved in this idea of resistance, of trying to fend for ourselves in a culture that maybe is very antagonistic, a lot of dramatic things happening, tower moments, etc., that we have to trust in our innate intuitive powers too, especially if we want our resistance to be more subtle and maybe impressing upon a more quieted mind, which are the minds of people who really can absorb and think about what's going on. Those are the people who maybe can understand this better than other forces. So this is Oberon saying, don't forget to watch our Thursday live stream, my other show on Friday morning at 7 o'clock. Happy hour will be at 10 a.m. this week. And also Banshee's Material Matters at 10 and our other live stream at 2 to 4 p.m. So thanks everybody for watching. Yours in struggle.